So I'm going to show you guys how to make one of these. They are an IKEA lantern. They are $3.99. I have been told that AC Moore has them just like this, except they're $5.99, but at AC Moore you can use coupons. Unfortunately, I don't know about AC Moore because I unfortunately do not have one. So at this point, this one is completed, and here's what the inside looks like. I'll throw a light in it real quick for you guys to see. So there's the little lights, but you can't really see it because it's directly under a light right above my head. So there's that one. And so at this point, you'll get them just like this with the panes in there. I popped out the other 4. There's 6 in total just to kind of make it go faster. So you just bend these little brackets up like this, and then just slide it out, set it to the side. Same with this one, and you just work your way around. I highly suggest doing the sides before doing the backs because it's better, at least it's easier for me, and my fingers are kind of chunky, so my hand doesn't always fit directly back there. So I just pop these out. We'll set them over there. And then at this point, you're done with this, so you set this to the side. I'm using a tumbler cut just to kind of show you. So what I do is I take the 6 panes of glass and I set it over. Not all fabric is going to work amazing for this as far as because of the images are a little big, but it should work. So again, I'm just going to set it there. Do him, let's see, do a coin. Oh, nope, not going to be able to do it. Okay. Let's see, we'll do that there. And then Baby Mario. And then do Yoshi. So it'll look something like that. And then I take, this is a cutting mat. And then I take my rotary tool and I just cut them around. And I just use the glass as my guide. So be very careful because these rotary tools are super sharp. I cut myself the other day with it, just be careful. So at this point, there you go. You're just gonna cut like a rectangle. The size is about 2 inches by 2 inches wide and by 3 3/4, if I remember correctly. So there you go. So at this point, if you use a tumbler cut, you can usually get some extra stuff out of it. So, I mean, you could, if you didn't cut too far like I did right here, you could totally have gotten the coin out there. I have a whole nother Bowser I could cut out. Just keep that in mind if you use tumbler cuts, because you can still kind of use some of them. So at this point, I've already cut out my 6 panes. So my 6 panes are right here. They roll. Depending on the fabric, it rolls. Cotton lycra is definitely a fabric that rolls. Okay, so there are my 6. Sorry, I should move it this way a little bit. So there's my 6. And then I have my 6 panes. So at this point, you're going to take Mod Podge. That's what's in this bottle. It's in a squeeze bottle. I buy the gallon because it's cheaper. So it's $27 on Amazon for the gallon. So it goes in here because it's easier to manage. At this point, these panes right here, they have, like, they're engraved in there. So I flip it and use the non-engraved side. You can still see it, but you won't be able to see it once you put the fabric on. So then we just take this and you take a paintbrush. These are synthetic fiber paintbrushes that I love. And then you just put it on there. And then kind of smooth it out. It's going to overlap. There's going to be excess. Well, there always is for me because I never cut perfect. But so I just flip these over, set them to the side and let them dry. And then you'll just do the rest of them. Okay. So at this point, all of my panes are done, except we just need to trim them and then they're ready to go. So when I first started doing these, I did the fabric on the inside to where, so these are on the outside. So I can feel the fabric. So you can do it the other way. However, I had Mod Podge lines and I couldn't make them go away because, you know, Mod Podge is glue. So and because of this engraved part, it shined through. So I didn't like that. So I switched it. Actually, somebody else told me, they were like, oh, I did it by mistake this way, but I kind of like it better. So actually, thanks to them, this is now the new way that I do it. And I think it just kind of looks better. So at this point, I'm just trimming the excess off. So I will tell you that when you're done with this, you need to clean this blade or it'll ruin, because the Mod Podge ruins it really quickly. So again, I just take and run it right next to the glass and trim off the excess. Okay, so at this point, here's my little excess. Some of these bigger ones, of course, you can tell that will cause issue, but some of these little ones, you wouldn't really expect them to cause much of an issue, but they do, because it's not a super tight squeeze, but it is a pretty bit of a squeeze, whatever the word is. All right, so keep in mind, the edges are a little rough, but that's okay, because the lanterns have a border. Okay, so at this point, we're done, and we're ready to put it in a lamp. So, I'm going to, put it in. So, I just bend up the top clips like I showed you guys before, and now we're just going to shove it in and clamp it down. So these panes are actually out of an older lantern that IKEA made, so they're a little bit smaller, and the stars are different, so keep that in mind. They're actually more of a squeeze than these are. So at this point, I'm going to go into the back because it's easier with the openings if I go in the back, so that I can get my chunky hands back there, y'all. I'll say, okay. I apologize if anybody watches this. I get really nervous with non-live videos, so my hands are shaky, and I apologize. So again, we're just clamping them down. I can't make my hands work. Again, guys, this makes me so nervous, so I apologize. Terrible job. So, there you go. Whoops. Might actually need to clamp those down, Ashley. I don't even know what you guys can see. It's above my eyes. Okay. There we go. So here is your, whoops. And that one wasn't clamped down. Oh, this is terrible. I usually stick something back there to clamp it down. Usually it's a blade, which is not what I wanted to use while on here. So try it with the popsicle stick. There we go. Woo, we got it. Okay. So there you go. There's your lantern. I highly recommend these. They have a timer on them. They're battery operated. I love these. Downfall, they're expensive. They are $3.88 at Walmart down the celebration aisle. So the aisle with all of the wedding stuff. So these are $3.88 plus tax. These ones are awesome because they're only $1. Only downfall, they apparently only last 72 hours continuously, which if it's going to be used as a kid's nightlight, 72 hours doesn't give you anything really. So if they're for your own personal kid, I highly suggest getting one of these. And again, this battery operated. I think it goes off after 6 hours. I use one now. Not gonna lie. This is out of my nightlight lantern. So yeah, there you go, guys. Here's just a real quick non-live tutorial of how to make these. Again, the fabric is on the outside, and it is for aesthetic reasons, to be completely honest. The inside works well, but mine are on the outside for aesthetics. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, these are from IKEA. They are $3.99. They also sell them at AC Moore's if you're lucky for $5.99. Use a coupon. Somebody told me about that. So there you go.